morning, y'all. It's Papa Bear. It's Saturday, March the 14th. And today I'm smoking my MBSD Meerschaum for March Meerschaum Madness. I love this pipe. Won it in Flat Cat Piper and Lady Fire's last giveaway. And I treasure it. It smokes great. And today I'm smoking Ravenwood Bison Burley. A little bit more about this in a minute. But first, I have a YABO to share. The Sunday before Muletown, Life with a Pipe, Jeffery, texted me and asked if I got a YTPC Legends pipe from Morgan Bones. And I said, no, I passed on it. I just had that giveaway and I had 2 pipes in it, and I was going to Muletown, and the plane ticket was the cost of a Dunhill, so I just didn't get one. He said, well, I got one for you. And I said, man, I appreciate that. He said, I'm gonna put it in the mail and you'll have it by Thursday, so you can take it with you Friday to the show. Well, Thursday came and I checked tracking and I knew it wasn't gonna get there, and told Jeffrey, and he said, well, you'll have it when you get back. Well, the Tuesday after I talked to Jeffrey, Sourdog Jonathan got in touch with me. He said, did you ever get one of those YouTube Legend pipes? I said, no, and I told him the story. He said, well, I got one for you. And he said, well, Jeffrey, Life of the Pipe, got one for me too, and it's in the mail, and I want to have it Thursday in time for the show. Well, Jonathan said, well, man, he stole my thunder, but I'm going to bring it anyway, and we'll find somebody else to give it to. Well, I got to the show and got that pipe, and boy, I tell you what, I really appreciate it. I smoked it first thing. That's the first thing I smoked. And Jonathan, I appreciate that pipe, but let me show you what Jonathan got for me. Of course, y'all have seen it. The Morgan Bones 2026 Legend pipe. And what else he sent me was that a while back I sent him early morning pipe from 4 different years, 23, 24, 25, and the newest 26. And wanted him to give a taste of it and see if he can do a review on it. Well, he did that review, and you can check that out on his website. But what's in this box is something that I wasn't expecting until he told me about it. And he has taken those 4 years of early morning pipe and pressed them to see if it had changed any. And he sent me samples of that to try. And then he's going to do a video reviewing those 4 years of early morning pipe in a pressed form. So I've got to get busy and taste these before I see that video. I don't want to be swayed one way or the other, if you know what I mean. So, Jeffrey, thank you for this gift. It was very generous of you. And Sourdog, I appreciate the pipe. Very generous of you too. And I'm not sure if I'm going to smoke both of them, but I might as well. They're meant to be smoked. But I really appreciate it. So, on to the recap. Now, I'm going to attempt to do something I've never done, and very few people have attempted to do it. But I am going to shout out everybody that I met at the show as best as I can. Now, I'm a little OCD about things. And on my phone, I keep track of everybody I'm subscribed to, or everybody that comments on my video and their surnames, so I can always have that handy in case I need to remember that. So it wasn't hard for me to go through my list and try to track down everybody that I met at the show. And this will be mostly in alphabetical order, with a little chronological order added to it. So here we go. Now, first off, I met somebody I'd met before, and that was Bobby Six Guns. And well, right off the bat, we said hi, and he said, "Gary, I got something for you." And he gave me this wrought iron tamper that he made. And this thing is beautiful. It's light. I like the pick at the end of it. I like to kind of pick around at my ash before I dump it, you know. And I usually use a either a check tool or a pipe cleaner. But this is all in one right there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Thank you, Bobby. That's great. And got it home okay and everything. No problem. Then I met Blue Line Piper Todd. He's always a great guy to listen to on his shows. I love his stories, and he's just a very down-to-earth police officer. And it was good to meet him. Boy. And then there's the Brothers of the Pipe. Brothers of the Pipe podcast. And you know them nefariously as Captain Burley Slice, Dakota, and the Pipe Hunter. Now, I flew out of Oklahoma City. Flew out of my town down to Dallas, and I was flying from Dallas-Fort Worth to Nashville to get to the show. And I was on the internet, the Wi-Fi provided by the airlines, and I couldn't find the movie that I really wanted to watch, so I got to look around. I found out I can get on YouTube, and I got on YouTube and thought I'll watch some videos. And then I saw a live pop up. And Dakota and Hunter were doing a live traveling to the Muletown Pipe Show. And I clicked on that, and I was able to comment on their live from 32,000 feet in the air. And when they realized that, they just went berserk. They couldn't believe that I was on their live in an airplane flying above them. And so that was the funniest part of the whole place, was just the story was that. And we had many bowls of tobacco and stories, and those two guys were busy throughout the whole show, just greeting people and meeting everybody. I'm going to adjust this a little bit because I'm getting in the shade here. I mean, in the sunlight. So, Captain Burley Slice and the Pipe Hunter. Great to meet them. And then Carolina Kurt, Walt. He had tobacco just coming out of everywhere. He gave me some H&H Burley cake, and that was good stuff. I really like that. I am going to adjust my chair again. This is on the live. I'm not going to do any retakes. I'm just going to try to swing it. And if this gets too long, y'all can just play it on 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 speed, but I'm going to do my best to get through this. So, Kurt, enjoyed meeting you, and Alex, Cigar Vice, had a great time talking with him. It was just a fun time. Cross Trekking Piper, Alex. I've been watching his videos. He's part of the group that meets at Moundsville, West Virginia for the pipe meetup with Beans 316. So I've seen him a couple of times there, and we've missed each other at the Ohio Pipe Show. We were both there, but in 2024, I believe it was, but I didn't know him at that time. But it was good to meet old Cigar Vice Alex. I mean, that's Alex Cross-Trekking Piper. I'm getting this mixed up, I know, but I'm going on. So, then David G. Golly. David comments on just about every one of my videos, probably most of them, every one of them. He's just a great commenter. I enjoy his comments. He's got a big collection of LCS bar pipes, and he had a beauty there he was smoking Friday afternoon. And he brought his friend Ike with him, and it was good to meet Ike. And then there was Eeyore Pip, Eddie. I met Eddie at the 2024 Ohio Pipe Show. Met him and his son, had a great time with them. Too bad his son couldn't make it this year, but Eddie and I had a great time seeing each other again for the first time in a couple of years, and that was fun. And then Easy Embers, Ethan. I met him and his wife, and they are a delightful couple, and we had a good time talking. And of course, it was all busy. You couldn't spend very much time with one person. It was just too much going on. But I'll stop right here and just say that they had 1,500 people pre-registered for this show, and no telling how many people bought tickets the day of. And the place was packed, like everybody's saying, but you know, you couldn't move that somewhere and have the same atmosphere. You could get a convention center or a big room, and it'd be totally different, totally change the whole atmosphere. But they had picnic tables out back and tables inside, a big smoking lounge, and you could smoke your pipes while looking at all the vendors, and had an open bar there, and just people standing out on sidewalks in the side of the street. And probably the only issue was trying to find a place to park, but if you got there early, you didn't have that problem. So then there's Fistful of Briar, Richard, and Travis, his son Travis, and they brought a new pipe smoker. Travis's friend Chris was with them, and I tell you what, these three guys are top shelf, because they brought their old friend and our old buddy, Porch Piper Tom, to this show, and that was tremendous. And we'll get to Tom in a minute, but that was, I really appreciate them doing that, and it was great talking to them, meeting them. They greeted me like we'd known each other for years, and so it was great to see them. And Sean, the Hyde Piper, I think this was his first Muletown. He just moved to Tennessee, and he wasn't going to miss it. And it was great seeing him and talking to him too, and I'm glad he was able to get there. And then, who could forget Idiots with Class? Those two guys, Scott and Jeremiah, they were there, and Scott was dressed very refined and dignified. And Jeremiah had his wild shirt on, of course, and you couldn't miss him. And they gave me a pipe of Pastor Toby. Now, I haven't tried this yet. I don't know if there's a lot of Latakia or a little Latakia, but I think I smelled Latakia. And knowing them, it's got some in there. So I'm gonna give that a try. I got so many samples to try. That's the one thing I just can't talk about, is how many samples I got back. But I enjoyed meeting them. And then I kept looking for John's pipe journey. John, he was supposed to be there, and I was looking around for a flat cap and bib overalls, and I asked around him, and come to find out a little later that John got sick and wasn't able to come and missed the show. And so John, I hope you're there better, and I hope we get to see you next year, because when I got back and I was talking about this show, my wife said, well, you ought to go next year. I love that woman, I tell you. And so let's get back to this Bison Burley. I met Luke. He came down, and we hit it off real well. And right out of the bat, he handed me this tin of tobacco from Rivenwood. And he said, I know you like Burley, and give this one a try. And he even had an open tin for people to sample, so I didn't even have to open it. I could try it right there. And so I filled my Legends pipe with some of that Bison Burley and had it. And I really kind of like it. It's got Virginia in it. Stings a little bit, but the Burley, they take some of the Burley in Virginia from the blend and put a little, I don't know if it's a sugar water or something, but anyway, they toast it and kind of caramelize it and then mix it back with the rest of the batch. And I think it did pretty good. I kind of like it. And Misty Mountain Piper, Leo, he was there. And he was fun to meet and spent time. We had dinner together Saturday night. And Sow Dog and I'm getting mixed up here now, but Sow Dog and David G had a pavilion out at the park where they had their trailers, mobile homes, RVs, for Saturday night. And I was going to go to that, but man, Saturday was just so packed and busy. And then we got a big old thunderstorm and kind of rained a little bit of the afternoon out. And I was inside when the storm hit. And so by the time I got back outside, a lot of those people were gone, and I decided I would just, I had an early flight Sunday morning, daylight savings time, so we were going to lose an hour. So I took an invitation from Ethan to go out to dinner instead of that, so I could have a little extra time to get some sleep Sunday night. So I missed out on the being at the after party out at the park. But that was just fun time. And so Leo and I had dinner together with the rest of the gang that I'll tell you about in here in a minute. And then, of course, Parsimonious Piper Ethan was there with samples of his blends. I'm not going to try to pronounce the other one, but the Midnight in Munstersville, I had received a sample of that back in 2024, and it was good stuff. And Parsimonious was passing out samples. And then Pipe with a Pour, Pipe and a Pour, Donnie. Now, me and Donnie go back 3 years. He's in Tennessee, and every time we thought about getting together at a pipe show, one or the other couldn't make it. I was going to go to Muletown one year when he went, and I couldn't make it. And I thought we'd see each other at another show. And this year, I didn't even know he was going to be there. But it was such a pleasant surprise to meet Donnie. He and I have a few things in common besides pipes. We all like to, both of us like to sample different bourbons, and I have a long list of bourbons that I've tried over the years. And I'm not a big bourbon drinker anymore, but I do like to try the different ones and see how they taste compared to the other ones. And then there's Pipe Philosophy. Chris, man, he had the biggest handshake and the big old hug, and he was just excited to be there and just excited to meet everybody. And we had so much to talk about all throughout Friday night and Saturday morning. I'm sure glad he came down Friday night and got in the motel room because we had more time together, and it was great, great time. And then Pipes of Old, Grunewald Pipes, Paul and Chris, they were there, had a table. They shared a table with Nate King, and it was great meeting them and seeing their pipes for sale, and I think they had a really good show. I know we had a really good time talking and having a bowl of tobacco together, and so it's good to see them again. I met them first time in 2024 at Ohio, and then I saw them again last year in Chicago, and so it was great to see them this time. So now we got to get to Porch Piper Tom, and what a blessing to see him there and talk to him. Of course, you've all seen the Tom Cobb, right? He had these 1950 model corncob pipes from H&B. They were a competitor of Missouri Meerschaum for a while. Got the reed stem, and I don't know if I'm going to smoke this or not. He had a whole bag of them, and I took one, but I think I'm just going to put this on my collection of unique and valuable pipes, because this is a great memory of the 2026 Muletown pipe show. This one in the Legends pipe. Great things. Tom, boy, we hit it off together. I think we were the two seniors there, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway. Nefarious is not doesn't do him justice. So, Tom, it was great meeting you, and thank you for the pipe. And then Sal Dog Piper, I mentioned him already. He had tobacco to give out, and brought his wife, and it was great to meet her. And of course, he had a bag full of his Tampers, and he gave me another one of them. And I really used the one he gave me, and I may have that as a keepsake too until the other one wears out, but we'll see. But Sal Dog, it was tremendous meeting you, and I'm thanking, and for the pipe, I thank you for thinking about me. That was great. And where are we at? We're at 20 minutes. Well, just hang with me because I'm almost finished. So, thank you, Sal Dog. And Smoke Snacks Garrett. He had tobacco he's passing out, and it took him a while to get there, and he had a long day flying from Denver, and that's a story all in itself, and don't want to go into it, but he finally got there, and I'm glad he did. It was great to see him. Missed seeing Katie, but it was good to see Smokestacks. I really enjoyed talking to Garrett. And then there was Tennessee Piper Dennis. Boy, it was good to see him. I tell you, he's such a friendly fellow and just talkative and has stuff to share and talk. And he was passing out tampers. And he gave me one, but I couldn't bring it home. It was a wooden dowel tamper with a 357 cartridge at the end to use as a tamping part. And I knew deep down that TSA was not going to let me bring that on the plane. So I contacted Tennessee Dennis and told him I wasn't going to be able to take it on a plane. And I gave it to Leo, Misty Mountain Piper, Saturday night at dinner, and he was really appreciative of it, Dennis. And of course, Dennis said, send me your address and I'll send you one. So as soon as I can, I'm going to get on his email and send him my address so he can send me one of those tampers. Dennis, I really appreciate it. It was really a pleasure meeting you. And then the simple Georgian, Willie Lee. Oh, what a character. He is the most friendliest person I've ever met. And just has a wealth of knowledge about the pipe community, the pipe industry, and pipe blenders. It was great to talk to him and spend some time with him. It was tremendous. I'm saying tremendous a lot, but I'm kind of like Chris. Pipe philosophy. I get one word in my head and I just have to use it over and over again. But it was a great time meeting Willie Lee. And of course, the last one on the list, the pipe hunter, and I've already talked about him a little bit, but Captain Burley Slice, the pipe hunter, Sow Dog. To me, those three guys there were kind of like the organizers of our little group, and I really appreciated their effort and everything they did as far as getting the Legends pipe out and just making sure we all had a good time. And I think that's one thing I recognize and remember about Sow Dog, Jonathan, is that he wanted to make sure everybody was having a good time and everybody was getting greeted, and it was really great. And so Saturday night, I had dinner with Paul and Chris, Pipes of Ode, and Ethan, Parsimonious Piper, and Leo, Misty Mountain Piper. Donnie, Pipe and a Pour, was there for dinner. Bobby Six Guns. Did I mention Bobby? Yeah, he gave me the tamper, yeah. Bobby Six Guns was there, and there was a new pipe artisan maker. Austin was there with us, and there was two more guys that I didn't get to meet. And that's the only two people I think I'm leaving off this list. But if I met you, if we saw each other there and I didn't mention your name, drop me an email or make a comment on this post and I'll give you a shout out in my next video, because I want to shout out every one of these people. I'll have links to all of them in my bucket. And if you're not subscribed to them, you need to be, because these people are top shelf and you will enjoy every one of their videos. So Sunday morning, got up at 4, got to the airport for an 8:30 flight out of Nashville to my hometown in Podunk, Oklahoma. Has 2 planes flying out every day. And got to Dallas-Fort Worth, and our flight to my hometown was canceled. So went up to the counter and they said, well, how can you help you? What can we do for you? And I said, well, you can get me to Oklahoma City or Tulsa as soon as possible, and I can have somebody pick me up, because it's only an hour away from either airport. So they got me on a 4:40 flight out of Dallas to Oklahoma City, and my son came and picked me up, and everything ended up being okay. And so I got back okay. Then I hit the ground running. Had a day at work to get caught up, and then Tuesday my wife had cataract surgery. Wednesday, post-op on that. And then Thursday, I had my next spinal injection to relieve the nerve pain. And so far, I think it's doing a little bit better. I'm doing pretty good. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's been a full week, and I'm sorry it's taken so long to get this video out, but I hope y'all understand. So that's it. That's about all I had to say. And until next time, y'all have a good day. Talk to you later.